If you need to purchase a blade for your circular saw, but you're not quite sure what blade is the right one for your project, keep watching because I will share 2 things that you need to consider before you buy your blade. Let's get right to it. The first point to consider is the amount of teeth in your circular saw blade. Generally speaking, the higher tooth count, the more smooth finished cut you're going to have and less tear out you will have in your material. The higher tooth count blades will also slow you down in your cutting, so you will not be able to move through your material at a high pace. And that's another thing to consider when it comes to the amount of teeth: speed. If you need to move fast and you're not looking for a really finished cut, a 24 tooth count blade is going to work perfectly for you. But if you're looking for a smooth finished cut for finishing work in your home, a higher count blade like a 60 tooth blade is going to give you a better cut. One of the main reasons for the speed difference is because of the gullet size difference on these blades. The gullet is the space between your blades. If you look at a 24 tooth blade versus a 60 tooth blade, you will notice side by side that the gullet size is significantly different. The gullet determines how much material the blade can move out when it's moving at a high speed. The larger the gullet, the more material it can move out at a higher speed. The second point to consider is the blade type. Now, there are many different blade types out there, but when you're looking at your big box stores like Lowe's and Home Depot, or if you go to Amazon, there are primarily 2 that you are going to find. The first is called ATB, or alternating tooth bevel. On an ATB blade, the teeth alternate between a right and a left-hand bevel, and this just provides a smoother cut when cross-cutting natural woods and veneered plywood. Your high tooth count blades will usually come in that ATB configuration. The second type of blade is an ATBR, or an alternating tooth bevel raker blade. These blades have an alternating pattern of teeth from a 3 to 5 tooth pattern where you have alternating tooth bevels with a flat surface raker at the end. You'll also notice that these blades have a larger gullet between the teeth at a different interval. My general rule of thumb, given all of that information, is if I'm going to be cutting dimensional lumber like a 2x4, I use a 24 tooth ATBR blade. But if I'm going to be cutting something like plywood, I will go with a 40 or a 60 tooth ATB blade to get that finished cut. But now that you have your blade, maybe you're trying to figure out how to change the blade in your circular saw. And for more information on how to do that, click or tap on this video. Until the next time, keep doing it yourself.